What is going on, guys? AJ Bodie here, back with another video. Today it is 130 days of the breakup, or like 4 months in some days. So really, how do I feel after 130 days of not seeing or talking to or going on her stalking her social media or anything, right? Because she doesn't have any social media or anything like that. So I haven't seen her, I haven't talked to her. No texting, nothing like that. Nothing. Dead silence, no contact at all. And it's been 130 days. So right now, currently, how I feel okay. I just feel okay. I don't feel bad. I don't feel good. I just feel okay. I feel like, pertaining to that situation, I feel like, yes, I am sad. I do have those nights that I am yearning for her, or I still want her very much, and those feelings are still very strong, but they're not as strong as they were on day 60 or day 30. They kind of dissipate after, I would say, month 3 is when it gets really bad, but then it starts to disappear after like month 3.5, month 4. And again, it's still there. It still hurts, and I still fantasize about her every like 3 or 4 days. I'll fantasize about her, or I'll miss her, or I'll think about her with someone else and I'll get really mad and it hurts. But I've noticed that that only happens when I'm suffering, when my body has had enough um, it has taken enough beating, meaning I go to the gym or something, I mess up my central nervous system. I do a deadlift that's too dead. That makes me dead, you know? I do like I overwork myself or something, or I'll eat a whole bunch of junk food, or I do a bulk and my body can't handle, my gut can't handle the fact that I hork down 4,000 calories in under 10 hours. But it's usually when I feel really bad and I'm at my lowest is when I really miss her, and I really get those thoughts of, oh, well, she's probably with someone else, or oh, she's probably, I cannot stand the thought of her with someone else. And those thoughts are really, again, really only when I'm alone, or when I'm deeply thinking and I'm also beat up, like I'm physically beat up, like or I'm physically worn out, really. That's a better, like, I had a burn. I don't know if you guys can see that. I had a burn. You guys can see it's right here. I had a burn maybe like 2 weeks ago, and it hurt really bad. And I was like, oh, it's not that bad. And when I got the burn, I was like, oh, it's not that bad. I'm fine, because the adrenaline was hitting. But when it was healing, I was thinking, oh, I really miss her. I want her back. You know, who is she with? She could be with someone else. I don't know. I haven't talked to her or anything like that. And my mind just, just started spiraling. And, it really hurts. It does. It does hurt sometimes, because that's the only thing really I look forward to in my life. And I know it's kind of sad. It's like the whole week we only hung out like once a week, but she was the one thing that I looked forward to. She was the one thing that I hoped that I could see every week, right? It's like everything else in my life is shit, but I'll put up with it because of her. Now that she's gone, I've actually been working on my life. I didn't like my body, so I'm working on my body, right? I'm actually trying to work on it, eating 4,000 calories, fueling my workouts. I'm actually supposed to go to the gym today, leg day, but 4 times a week. You know how it is. Wow, I have a really long fucking wingspan. Holy shit. That is a fucking long. Do you see that shit? Look how long that fucking is. That's crazy. I didn't know I was this fucking big. No wonder I'm fucking skinny. Holy shit. Oh my goodness, I'm skinny as fuck. Anyways, um, yeah, I'm going to the gym. I'm, trying to work on my mental health. I'm, trying to build my career. I'm trying to actually fix my life. I'm actually trying to, instead of avoiding the problems at work, I'm tackling them head on. I'm talking to the managers about how they could improve themselves rather than just ignoring them completely, right? And that takes time, but at the end of the day, you have to get shit done. So I'm also trying to fix my gut health again. And I know that 4,000 calories a day with whatever I want to eat is probably not the best thing that I could do for my gut health, but if I teach my gut biome to like tolerate this food, maybe, I won't have gut problems. I don't know. I don't know how that is. I don't think that's the case, but um it's just like I quit smoking, I quit drinking. I haven't drinking since the night that I last saw her. Um, I haven't smoked in like I think 2, 3 months. I can't remember, but I'm not a smoker. I just had cigarettes. Some girl just gave them to me, and I was like, okay, cool. Um, I haven't slept with anybody in 3, 4 weeks, maybe a month now. I don't know. Yeah, probably like a month. Um, I went on a date. I had an opportunity to sleep with somebody, but because I'm kind of like healing, like actual healing, not like I'm telling myself I'm healing, but because I'm healing and my nervous system has calmed down and I'm not in like, I need to sleep with someone just to like forget the pain. Um, I'm not at that point. I was like, you know what? I actually don't want to sleep with this person. I'm actually just going to go home, thank her for the date, and then just go home. Like, I don't need to sleep with this person. So I'm okay with not having sex for like a whole. I could go a whole 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months now. Although that's not the case, it's probably not gonna happen because there are sexy ladies on there. Like I come on, I have to. But um, yeah, so I'm basically just recovering them from the breakup. It's never easy. It's never easy. Like this, it is going to be okay. But once you have to understand it it shouldn't have happened, but it did, okay? It shouldn't have happened like that, but it did. And you have to live with it because that's life. C'est la vie, right? So you really just understand that times will be tough. And, it does get better, or maybe it doesn't get better and it gets worse, but you get stronger and you build resilience, and that's what makes you survive. But, yeah, the way I actually feel is just terrible. I feel terrible when I think about her. But then right now I feel okay. I'm not overworn out or anything like that. I don't feel too bad. My manager is on vacation, so I don't really have to deal with her. So that's good. You know, stuff like that. It's okay. It's an okay life, right? And if I just keep on working on myself, I keep building myself, and I also do find a better job where the managers aren't so retarded, my life will get even better. If I build my body like how I want it to be, I looked in the mirror the other day and I was like, oh, I can kind of see some progress. That kind of looks, kind of looks good, like I got somewhat of some form of a V taper. That's cool. So I was like, okay, I can kind of see myself building a future where I am a person that likes looking at himself in the mirror. And yes, I do like looking at myself in the mirror now. However, I do look at myself. I have a mirror right here. I do look at myself. I also have a whole camera. What the hell? But I do look at myself in the mirror, and I think, oh, I'm so fat, or oh, I'm skinny fat, and I don't like the way I look right now. And a lot of people will be like, oh, you look fine, you look great, but it's not how I want to look. So I have a goal in mind to get that V taper, a solid V taper. Not not what I'm at now. What I'm at now is like, if you look here, look, if you if you look right here, right? Sure, yeah, I look okay. I look good. People will say, "Oh, you look great." But if you look right here, right? Kind of fat. They call me Pudgy Aiden. Kind of fat. I have fat right here, you know. Kind of fat like that. My back, of course. I don't know if you can see my back. But really, just need to build more muscle. Um, so I might look okay. I might look a little fatter right now just because I'm on a bulk. But I might look okay to, the normal eye, but that's really not the physique that I'm going for. The physique that I'm going for is I've been to the gym and maybe I worked my ass off, right? But the physique that I'm going for is, yes, I've been to the gym and I do go to the gym, and I'm actually like, you'd think that I've only been working out for like 1 or 2 years, but I've actually been working out for 6. Physique. Hold on, hold on. Lean physique. Hold on. I need to find one second. Calisthenics physique. Damn, these physiques are all lame. Hold on. Kettlebell physique. What are these muscle insertions? Hold on, man. What the hell? Okay, hold on. Let me 6 years of the gym. Okay, realistic. That's what I want. Like realistically. But let me give you a better photo. Yeah, something like that. But again, that's just his wingspan. Yeah, something like that. That's kind of more what I'm looking for. If you can see, I'm too skinny to have that physique. I need more muscle. I need more muscle, man. So anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing. Still working in the bakery. Still dating people. Can't find a lover right now. Um, Still not over my ex, but I'm getting there. Still working on my physique. I'm not really trying to get a new job because I can't really find anything. I did apply to Costco, which does pay 30 an hour, and I only make 21. My investments. Let's check on my investments, shall we? Actually, I think it's like 40,000 right now. Yeah, very, very close to 100K net worth. Um, yeah, nothing's really all that new. Isn't that crazy? We live a life and it's really it's all the same, really. I mean, you don't really change your life all that much unless you somehow have the ability to, or the skill to build opportunity, to actually take that opportunity. Um, but yeah, my dopamine levels seem to fluctuate, but for right now, I'm okay. I'm not super sad, you know. I do, like I said, I do fantasize about my ex, you know, that she'll come back, but she never does. I wait each day for her to, you know, send me a text or something. She never does. Yes, I am losing hope. But I'm still giving her. I'm gonna probably reach out to her around month 6 if she doesn't reach out first. Um, I had an experience yesterday, which was kind of weird, and it probably doesn't relate at all, but I thought I was gonna get fired for some weird reason. Um, because my manager said whatever happens today, and he wasn't even talking to me, he was talking to someone else, and I was like, oh shit, man. And I started freaking out, and I got so anxious that I turned my emotions off, and I didn't feel anything, and I felt really calm. And the switch was very noticeable. And my coworkers were like, are you okay? What's going on? I was just like, nah. Because I wasn't really that animated. So I really did not feel, I just felt calm because I was so anxious, and then you know, snapped that switch or flipped the switch, and then I just felt calm the whole time. And I was like processing all of it because I do have some form of metacognition, which is the ability to, you guys can look it up. Um, Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. It's really the ability to, or I was processing, and I realized this, like, oh, this is probably how my ex felt or feels, but it's like more extreme for her. When she felt this way, she probably didn't really feel for me at all. And you know, she was like, yeah, I don't really want to be with you anymore. And I was like, okay, well, fuck. But she just felt calm. And I remember on the phone, I said, how do you feel? Like 2 weeks before the breakup, or 3 weeks before the breakup, maybe a month before the breakup. I said, how do you feel? She said, yeah, I feel calm. Honestly, I feel calm. And I was like, okay. It's kind of weird, you know, kind of, you feel calm. What does that mean? I don't know what the fuck that means. But like, she never feels calm, so it was just kind of weird when she said that to me. So I was like, okay, if you say so. The calmness. is actually quite weird, and I think I understand her. I don't even know if I understand her, but I would like to think that I understand her more than I did before, and that she's an actual and avoidant. It's so weird how my memories work because, like, I knew that she was an avoidant before, but now I can confirm it because she weirdly and abruptly just broke up with me. And I did see it coming because I saw those small little triggers of hers that triggered her. And it's kind of weird because, like, I'm so aware that I just kind of saw the whole thing come into action. I saw the thing like come into play or come into motion, and I was just like, okay, well, I don't think it's gonna happen, but you know, it might, and it did, and I was like, okay, well, fuck me, it did. So now what? And now I'm just here, you know. So that's how avoidants feel when they break up with you. They kind of just don't feel that they're not scared. They get afraid, they get scared, and then they turn off their emotions, and then they do not feel that fear anymore. So when the title fearful avoidant, they're not feeling that fear. They're so scared that they cannot feel the fear. And they flip the switch, flip, 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 you know, just like that. And I felt that, you know, and I was like, oh, I felt this before, so I must be, you know, fearful of avoidant too. And I took a quiz, and I actually am. So self-diagnosed, fearful avoidant, and I'm also diagnosing her with fearful and avoidantness. You could also have disorganized or whatever, but you know. So, anyways, yeah, that's how I feel. Um, will her avoidance deactivate? I don't know. I don't know. Mine has not. Wait, hold on. Mine has, but hasn't. I don't know. And again, fearful avoidants are very scared of rejection, so she might be terrified to reach out to me. She might have another person. She might not want to continue the relationship. She might think it's for the best. She might want to, but think that it's not really in the best intention. Or she might not think that I have the best intentions for her. I don't know. There could be a whole bunch of reasons. But if she does not contact me in the next 2 months, I will contact her and I'll say something stupid like, oh, I just watched 28 Years Later Bone Temple and I thought of you, or some shit like that. And I'll be careful with it, because if you say, oh, I miss you so much, she's gonna be like, oh my goodness, dude, that's too much. I'm fuck you. I'm out. Blocked. And then I'm gone forever. Anyways, that's it, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You know, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Thanks. Bye.